I second the motion. Speaker, I want to start by thanking the member for Clark for his tireless advocacy for animal welfare and for bringing compassion and common sense to this parliament. There is widespread support for ending greyhound racing in this country. I've heard it consistently in my own electorate of Mackellar since I was elected in 2022, and I've seen it reflected in the national polling. The greyhound racing industry is one built on animal cruelty. In 2015, following the ABC Four Corners expose about the industry, a special commission of inquiry into greyhound racing in New South Wales was undertaken. The report described overwhelming evidence of systemic animal cruelty, including the mass killing of greyhounds, the widespread practice of live baiting, racing deaths and injuries, and mistreatment of the dogs. The then Premier of New South Wales, Michael Baird, acted swiftly to ban the industry in New South Wales, but this was soon overturned due to political pressure to give the industry another chance to reform itself. Well, the industry has now had 10 years to reform itself, so where do we find ourselves a decade on? Sadly, it seems not much has changed. Last year, a handover report by New South Wales former Chief Veterinary Officer Dr Alex Britton claimed that some dogs were being raced at a barbaric intensity, that rehomed animal figures were inflated and that some dogs were locked in metal cages. Dr Britton wrote in his report there are cases of extreme distress, deep claw marks gouged all over the inside of metal cages, and recent pools of blood from toenails that have been ripped off from clawing at the cage door in distress. The New South Wales Minister for Racing and Gaming, on reading the report, stated, "This level of animal distress is appalling and can neither be condoned or excused." Last year, a new independent inquiry was undertaken to again look at greyhound racing in New South Wales. The report was handed to the Racing Minister early this year, but is yet to be made public or acted upon. As we've heard, last year alone there were 128 recorded track deaths and a shocking 11,500 track injuries. Astoundingly, as the member for Clark has noted, Australia will soon be one of just 4 nations in the world that maintains a legal operating greyhound racing industry. The industry has had 10 years to reform itself here in New South Wales, and it has failed dismally. We've heard of other examples in Tasmania and around the country. If we want to ensure that the way we treat animals reflects modern Australian values, then this outdated and cruel practice must stop. Australians want this industry to stop, and so I commend this bill to the House to end online wagering on greyhound racing. Thank you.